Welcome to the Cruise Retreat Podcast. Hi, I'm Rita Perez, and I'm a travel advisor specializing in, you guessed it, cruise ship retreats. This podcast is for service-based entrepreneurs and corporate decision makers to learn more about staying everyone's favorite company with a cruise ship retreat. Ready to increase your client or employee retention? Listen in on this week's show. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Cruise Retreat Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. This week is not going to be as packed as last week. You may be playing some catch up because we did our big Cruise Retreat series last week. Holy guacamole, that was a lot of information, I know. So we went over the 5 C's of cruise retreat planning: cruise, calculate, calendar, curriculum, and captivate. And I came at you every day last week, and you're probably saying, thank goodness you're going back to 1 day a week, because that's what I'm doing. Coming back to you every Tuesday from now on, unless I decide to do another series. But today I'm going to keep it a little bit easy for you so that you can play a little bit of catch up and not have to use too much energy on the podcast. This is a topic that I wanted to address because I know we've talked about the why of why you should do a cruise retreat, but I feel like we've just discussed it on a very surface level. So I want to dig in a little bit deeper as to really what's in it for you, the corporate decision maker, the small business entrepreneur. What is in a cruise retreat for you, other than, spending money and spending time with your people? And I know you're more than just corporate decision makers and small business entrepreneurs. You are change-making leaders who want to change the world. You wouldn't have joined or started XYZ company if you didn't see a void that could be filled with what you have to offer and what your company has to offer. On the corporate side, which both of these sides aren't going to be too different, they're just going to be slightly different. So on the corporate side, you're getting increased employee retention and loyalty, which that's a plus. You are getting frontline brand ambassadors from your employees. So that is also a win, because once your employees are in it to win it, in it for the long haul, they are going to be singing your praises to everyone they run into. That's not just family, friends. That could be anybody in some sort of networking circle. They are your front line. So if they hear somebody that needs your company's services, of course you're going to be the first one they recommend. You're also going to get increased profits from doing a cruise retreat and reduced costs, because of course the cost of turnover is incredibly much higher than the cost of retaining an employee. But my favorite is that you help reduce the scarcity. Your fulfilled and motivated employees, because that's what you get even more so after a cruise retreat, they're not out looking for other jobs. So they're not worried about a paycheck. They're not worried about insurance. They're not worried about all the other things that people who have money troubles worry about. This void of worry can therefore be filled with creative genius. And how much more positive and powerful is creative genius when you don't have to live in that negative space of scarcity? It really gets left open for new ideas to be discovered and played with. And then you're also giving them the opportunity to seek fulfillment from other methods like volunteering, because they aren't worried about these things that we worry about when we're in scarcity. On the small business side, you also get increased retention and loyalty, but from your clients. They are your frontline ambassadors. They become your most raving, loyal fans and clients who will essentially do the marketing for you. Because I know when I found a company or a small business owner who I love their product or I love their personality, I post it everywhere on social media, tell all of my fellow business owners all about it. I am like, I'm a big, like, I am committed for life. You're also going to see increased profits because of that and reduced cost because of that. And again, you do reduce the scarcity in your clients because fulfilled and motivated clients aren't having to look for another business to patron because you have solved their need. They're not worried about finding someone who can assist in the specific area of life, so their burden has been lifted. This void can therefore use that energy for another source of need in their life or to fulfill the needs of others. When it comes down to it, happy people change the world. What can you do to bring more happy? Going on a cruise would make me real happy right now. But going on a cruise to strengthen bonds with others would make me even happier and so much more fulfilled. So no, it's not just about the increased profits and retention. Including a cruise retreat is about the transformations that happen and the results that occur because of that chain reaction of events. If you or your company are ready for these types of transformations, let's have a chat with a brainstorming session. I'll see you next week. Short and sweet. Thank you for joining me on the Cruise Retreat podcast. Please subscribe and leave the show a rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to take a look at the show notes for important information and links. See you next week.